Alright, welcome back to Gamer Know-How. Today we're talking about Call of Duty and Activision. Today a report came out, about a 25-page report showing that Activision secretly turned off skill-based matchmaking. Now I suspected this because there were a lot of people that were leaving my games, and I did leave one game because I was basically just going up against 5 pros and half my team had already left. So I mean a 2v5 against pros that are better than me, it was kind of hard, so I didn't really leave, but I didn't really stay around for the end. Once the timer hit 0, I was out. I didn't even care about match scoring or any of that. I just wanted to get out. But they admitted that they turned off skill-based matchmaking, so this makes sense. Let's review why they thought this was a good idea and why they secretly did this. So the secret's out. 25-page report reveals that Activision secretly turned off skill-based matchmaking to see if matchmaking would become quicker and more efficient. The results led to shorter games, less fun overall, as new players would constantly be matched against professionals. This makes sense because I've been getting a lot of players who were new. Of course, my friend was new to the newest Call of Duty game, so he was upset that he kept getting matched against what he claims are professionals, but I said that they still had skill-based matchmaking. I was wrong. Apparently they secretly turned it off. So that's why matches have been being a little bit more annoying and less competitive now. It's no secret. You either have a really fun game and you win like almost immediately, or you're basically struggling and never even get close. You're just getting a 5-0, like no 4-1s. You're just 5-0 swamped out. So you're either getting swamped or you're swamping out another team. And now it's been proven that that's exactly what's happening, because skill-based matchmaking was secretly turned off by Activision for efficiency reasons. They wanted to test efficiency regions. I guess maybe matches are quicker now, but that doesn't mean anything if the matches are more stupid now. The opposite response. The report has revealed the change led to frustration has led to less overall played games per player. Makes sense. Meaning the matchmaking system leads to less overall time than an average player will spend playing the game, compared to when skill-based matchmaking was turned on. The team with a much higher skill ranking will win based on experience rather than balanced skill ratings keep both sides evened. Even with skill ratings being balanced, there are still swampings that do happen, but that could be luck of the draw. Some really bad player just spray and praise their way to a win. That still happens, but with higher skill ratings and unbalanced skill ratings, I would say I would rather have balance, because I'd rather my teammates be competent rather than just a bunch of new players playing against a professional. So I'm kind of happy, but still. Kind of weird that they kept it in the dark. Trial and error. Activision seems to report that they have turned off FBM to test retention for players. In their overall study, it found increases in players quitting and reporting less play time per the average player overall. The report concludes that having SBM matchmaking on is better than having it not on. That makes sense. People who don't have skill-based matchmaking in their games, they're gonna quit if they're being swamped by a team that's obviously better than them. They're gonna report people because they're gonna be like, "You guys are cheating because you guys are really good, like really, really good compared to the rest of my team. You're swamping us, and it's not even close. Someone's got to be cheating. I'm going to report you guys." And less playtime overall, because when players quit, they usually will either rage quit the game, or in a few minutes or so, they'll rage quit regardless, from just keep losing all the time. So the average player is not going to like the fact that every single game they're just losing because they keep getting swamped to players that look like they're cheating, but they just have a higher skill rating. And the game and the skill ratings aren't balanced. Makes sense. So why now? Well, with COD 6 incoming, the report gives insight that some testing experimentation Activision is involved in, such as removing skill-based matchmaking and remaking some classes, may be the reason why they're testing it right now. They want to see if skill-based matchmaking is worth putting in COD 6. Maybe want to save a little money, may want to save a little efficiency, because skill-based matchmaking does make game matchmaking take a little bit extra time. Maybe they want to increase the efficiency, but I don't think they want to play with that. I think they want to maybe work on server retention or anything like that, because SBM is needed at this point. The Battle Pass system is also experiencing some fixes and maybe a possible change in the new COD game. That makes sense. Every COD game, the Battle Pass gets changed in some way. Mostly, that's the same for every game. They see that something's not working, so then they fix it to try to help the game retain more players. But honestly, there's not really a lot of Battle Pass systems really only work with Battle Royale games, and that's because loot boxes were so much better. If you level up, you get a loot box, which is so much better than a Battle Pass system, which you have to pay for rewards. I mean, it's better for the game, but players aren't going to pay every season for a Battle Pass. I mean, some of them will, but most of them won't. So, I mean, it's just kind of dumb. Reverted immediately. COD players will have to wait until the next patch, but Activision has promised that since the reports are indicating negative effects that have come from the deactivation, they will turn SBM back on with the next update, with the next patch, which should be next week. SBM will also be using COD 6 as a source familiar with Activision Blizzard. So COD 6 will have skill-based matchmaking, and skill-based matchmaking will be turned back on next week. However, it still will remain off this week, so your matches will still suck this week. But they should get better next week. That is, if they do turn it on, but of course they secretly turned it off, so who knows? Maybe they secretly will just keep it off. Maybe they like the players to not have good matches. I think they will. I think they'll just turn it back on. I don't think they're going to keep it off. It's already negatively affecting the game. I mean, why would they keep negatively affecting their player base and their game overall? It's leading to less play time, which is leading to less revenues. I mean, why would they keep off something that's hurting their game? I think they'll turn it back on, personally, in my opinion, but we'll have to see. So now it's time to ask a few questions. Comment down your responses below to any of these. Why be secretive? Why did Activision not announce this? Maybe they wanted to test it without the players knowing, because people would just be like, oh, skill-based matchmaking's not on? Well, I won't play the game then. You guys don't get to test it. Maybe some players would do that. I definitely would have done that because I didn't want to just suck through hours of terrible games or I'm getting swamped. Why is skill-based matchmaking still going to remain turned off until the next patch? Maybe they're just lazy. I'm just going to chalk it up to laziness at that point. And comment down below your takes on what you think Activision should do to test features more ethically. I think they should just tell people. There's going to be some people that are just going to be like, I don't want to see go into skill-based matchmaking being removed games. I just don't want to go through that headache. I feel like they should just announce it. There will still be people who play your game. There will still be a ton of players that will play your game religiously. There will just be some people like me who won't play it if there's not skill-based matchmaking, which I'm not playing anymore until they turn it back on, which should be next week. So, thank you guys so much for watching this Gamer Know-How segment. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!